Okay, so I'm curious who's here just watching and who's actually dancing. I just did today's dance on Instagram, which I haven't posted yet, but I will. And the part of the caption that I wrote was regarding over 40s dances, because I've had some comments, mainly here on YouTube actually, sort of along the lines of, it's so cringy when adults are dancing, and you should be cleaning and cooking, and like just stupid comments that like they're not even fazing me. But it does kind of make me think that there are a lot of people out there who love dancing who aren't doing it. And I think I'm seeing that as well through this channel. I'm getting lots of new subscribers, which is amazing, love it. But then I look at the view count for videos and we're talking like a couple of minutes tops on average for most of the videos. And that's, you're not really learning anything just 2 minutes in. So I think a lot of people are here wanting to dance, who love to watch dancing and feel inspired by dancing, which is all great. But I feel like there's a part of your brain, I'm going to say you if you're watching this, part of your brain that's stopping you from starting to actually dance. And some of the feedback I've had from, other people like on Instagram and stuff are things like pain. And that's an absolutely legitimate reason not to be dancing. If you're experiencing pain, then I get it. Like, it's hard enough, I suppose, just getting around and doing everyday things, let alone dancing. So if you're experiencing pain, then totally understand. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you if you're the person that doesn't really have any pain, or, a little bit of mild pain we can deal with, we can still dance. But if you're the one that's making excuses for not dancing, like it's not going to look how I want it to look, or it's not going to feel good, I'm going to feel parts of my body perhaps moving and jiggling and wobbling that I don't want to feel. And that can be unpleasant. I'm not disagreeing. When I first started, I suppose I had those same kind of feelings of like, oh, this doesn't feel how I remember it feeling. Like, when I was a kid and I was dancing, this felt easier, this felt better. I didn't feel, things rubbing or moving or, that sort of stuff. But that's not a good reason not to dance. Okay, because the more you dance and the more you move, the more those things are probably going to improve, or alternatively, you're just going to feel better about them and it's not going to bother you so much because the joy of the dance is going to take over those feelings. It's my dog Birdie. So yeah, I really want people to just try the dancing. Like, don't just sit here and watch. Actually do the dances and feel the movement. Like, if you're a dancer from years ago, there's a dancer inside you still. You have the soul of a dancer. I truly believe that. If you danced as a kid and you loved it, and now you're not dancing, why? And I'm guilty of this as well. I stopped dancing at 15, and then I didn't start again until, just over 12 months ago. In between, I used to do some fitness martial videos here on YouTube, loved his stuff, so I would do that in the lounge room. I tried a couple of dance classes, maybe in like my early to mid 20s, but I live far away from a big city, so I had to go, up to Melbourne, do classes in South Yarra, and it was a little bit intimidating. It was lots of semi-professional dancers or, younger dancers who had just left their dance school. I was in my early to mid 20s, and you just feel a bit out of place. And then, past your 20s, it also doesn't feel quite right going to a club and having a good boogie on the dance floor. I tried some local, like a tap class here in my area, but it was very basic and I just felt like it was too easy. So it was really limited. It wasn't until, Instagram and dancing and reels and remixes came out that I just thought, I'm just going to try it, because I'm always dancing. Like, if I hear music, I'm dancing in my mind. I'm dancing in my toes. My toes are constantly jiggling around. Sometimes my partner, she might feel my toes on her and she'll be like, you're dancing again, aren't you? I'm like, oh, yeah. My toes are dancing. So if that's you, if you feel that pull of dance, just do a tutorial, for God's sake. Just do one. Or even just put the music on, dance around the house. Like, that will bring up the same feelings. You don't have to do choreography. You can just move and dance. And it's amazing how often we don't do that. Like, for the last, for a while now, a few years, I have been like deep into podcasts. Like I was working a few years ago and someone I was working with introduced me to podcasts. I had the app on my phone. I'd never even opened it. And then since then I was just like obsessed, like true crime, business, entrepreneurship, weight loss. I had all the, all the podcasts saved, and every time I go for my walk, podcast, in the car, podcast, like sitting, working, podcast, like this obsession, this weird obsession with constant like learning and self-improvement. And, what can I hear from other people that's going to help me better my life and be more successful, blah, blah, blah. And I did not realize that what I was missing in my life was music and dancing. That is what I was missing. I was far too engrossed in like self-development that I could absorb from other people and books. I've got self-help books, like it's ridiculous. All I needed to do was put the music on and dance, and all that stuff, all those good feelings and all that inspiration and motivation stuff all just came from like within me through the dancing. I know it probably sounds really cheesy and corny, but it's so true. And it's given me so much better balance. Like, I'm now dancing in the mornings, I'm working in the afternoon, I want to put the work away in the evenings and enjoy time with my family. Like, it's a better balance. Like, dancing, I swear to God, it's like a therapy. It really is. It's like a meditation, it's exercise, it's therapy, it's joy, it's so many things all in one. You have to try it. Please try it. Please don't just sit and watch the dancing. Do the dancing. Your body wants to do the dancing, okay? Your inner soul, your 10-year-old child that danced, they're still in there. They want to dance. If you had a 10-year-old child at home and they're saying to you, Mum, Dad, I really just have this feeling I want to dance, you'd be like, shit, yeah, let's go to the local dance school. Let's make it happen. You'd be there. You'd be taking them. You'd be sitting there every Saturday morning and every, one night a week, watching them, supporting them, encouraging their love of dance. You need to do that for your inner child who still wants to dance. Okay, getting a bit preachy now. The arms are coming out. I have to stop. So anyway, I would really encourage you to please try dance. Please just don't watch. This is not for my sake. I don't care about the watch time in any other sense, except that I want people to do the dancing. That is the only reason. All right. Have a great day, guys.